Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. Last week a lot of people wondered what the hell I was doing making that Mikata, so hopefully it will become clear now. I like to have some kind of multi-tool on me all the time, because I always liked the ability to be able to fix things or tinker with stuff. But carrying a knife in the UK is a bit frowned upon, so I wanted to make myself a custom Swiss Army knife without a blade in it. After removing the scales and drilling out the rivets, I could start taking all the components apart. I took pictures of what I was doing while I went along so I knew how it all went back together. I needed two different thicknesses of brass rod, and I managed to find both of these on eBay. When I'd snipped both to about the right length, I used a hammer to peen over one end, just mushrooming it a little to stop it going through the hole. Then start the fiddly job of trying to put it all back together again. I actually find the scissors the most useful tool on a Swiss Army knife. Next I find the screwdrivers quite useful, so I wanted to have both of those. A saw is always handy to fix things. You never want to go anywhere without the ability to open a beer bottle. Wow, look at the concentration on my face. I'd clearly cut the rods way too long, but I'd rather have them too long than have to do it all again. After cutting them to length, I could peen them over on the other side, and this held everything securely together. Now for what I'm doing with the Mikata. I used the plastic scales I'd popped off this knife originally as a template, and traced it onto the Mikata, and then use a fine-tooth blade in the bandsaw to cut them out. I then clamped them in the vise with the original scales and used a multi-tool to sand them down so they're the same size. Where I'd peened over the brass rod, the side of the knife wasn't flat, but I needed to mark out where those rods were, so I put some whiteboard marker on them and then pressed the new scales on. This left a slight mark and I could just drill out a little hole just to fit in the brass rod. The original scales just snap in place, but I'm not that precise to get them to do that, so some epoxy will work just as well. When the glue was set, I did some final sanding and just rounded over a few corners. The last job was a bit of oil for protection and to bring out the pattern in the fabric. And that's it all done. Now I'll be able to tinker away. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos.